Hello, my name is Jen. I am the unorthodox healer. Now, just to confuse you, whilst you watch me shuffling cards incredibly badly, I don't know what's the matter with me today. This is the third attempt that I've made of doing this video. I'm the unorthodox healer. I'm based in Scotland, southern Scotland in the UK. I have had a rebrand. I hope it hasn't confused everybody, but the algorithms in YouTube don't kind of like gentle, slow living sort of tarot-y things. They like to push videos which are, you know, dramatic, sensationalist, and that isn't me. So I was trying to perhaps make out that I was something that I wasn't, and the YouTube algorithms, God, what is the matter with my shuffling today? I do apologise, I am quite good at shuffling cards normally. So yes, so I've had a rebrand. I'm now just calling myself Gentle Tarot because it's a simple name, but that's what this channel is all about. Just gentle, slow living, helpful, supportive pace of spiritual guidance. So this is a reading for Cancer. This is being recorded in May. It's a general May overview. It's simple this month. It's a dynamic month. Shouldn't be quite as stressful as it has been, but it's about being your authentic self. It's about no longer people pleasing, that you have to realise what you want, who you are, which I know is a pretty difficult thing. I'm nearly 52 and I'm still not completely sure who I am. It's not, in my opinion, an easy thing to try and be. If you are your authentic self already, then well done. Let me know how you manage that, because I need all the help I can get. So this reading today, Cancer, is for May, and it's going to be about what you need to be focusing on, what you can do about it, what you can't do about it, and the potential outcome. So let's see what we get. I only take cards that jump out at me. I tend not to read reversals. So I need 5 cards from the universe. So cards for our lovely Cancerians out there. So that's too many cards. So what I will do is I will shuffle them and we shall see as to what we get. So give these a quick shuffle. Okay, so the underlying energy we have is the Four of Pentacles. There might be some stubbornness in here, Cancer. We shall find out. This is what you need to be focusing on. This is what is holding you back from that. That's what you can be doing about it. This is what you can't control. And I have got 3 cards, so what I'm going to do is, these are supposed to be the potential outcome. So I shall put them here, like that. Hopefully that doesn't trigger anyone's OCD as how I've set the cards out. It's triggering mine slightly. So we have the underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about keeping things close to your chest. This could be money until we get into see what the other cards are. This could be money. This could be you feeling as though you need to be saving for something. This could be that you're not broaching an issue with somebody that you should be, that you're keeping quiet when you shouldn't. Maybe this is something, as I was saying in May, about not being your authentic self. It might be that you're being stubborn, that there is an instance of something happening where you just aren't accepting the situation, or that you're not doing the work that you need to be able to progress something that you should be progressing. So let's see what it is that you need to be focusing on. So what you need to be focusing on is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, it did come out upside down. The Knight of Pentacles, again, we have Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles is about going slowly. Look before you leap. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is perhaps saying that you do need to be more controlled, less leaping before you look. It's about taking reasoned decisions and looking at things clearly, and almost sort of, I want to say, protecting yourself in situations. He's got this pentacle here. Pentacles can be wealth, that can be emotional or physical, practical wealth. It can also be health. But Cancer, with not only the Four of Pentacles, which is giving me the impression that there is something that you're holding on to, that you have something to hold on to for good reason, and this is backing up that you need to be a bit more cautious, more reasoned in what you're doing and why you're doing it, and to take your time. Don't rush. Is there something that somebody else is trying to get you to rush into that you don't feel able to commit to? If there is something like that, then you are absolutely valid in sitting and thinking and just playing out the situation to see as to where it goes. Now, what is holding you back from doing that is the Three of Cups. Have you got people in your life, Cancer, who are pushing you? This almost is sort of, if this is money related, it's almost as though, and this is quite specific and it's also quite kind of trivial, but an example would be in this instance, because the Three of Cups is about friends, doing things with other people. Is this that somebody wants you to go on a holiday and you know that it's going to blow all of your money? They're pushing you and they're saying, yeah, well, we need to book it soon. So, you know, what are you doing? What's your decision? Come on, it'll be great. But it's going to cost you money. And that money, you've been sat there thinking, well, that might be a down payment on my car, or that's going to be the rent on my flat for the next 2 months or something. And you can't justify it. But somebody is pushing your buttons and trying to not force you, but you're being tempted by other people's suggestions or desires that they want you to be doing things and you're not as keen. And again, this may well, Cancer, go back to this thing about being your authentic self. The Knight of Pentacles is very authentic. He is somebody who will not be pushed. He listens to himself, and as I said at the start of this, there can be this stubbornness too, but if the stubbornness is more of a reasoned reluctance, because you know that yes, this opportunity might be great that your friends or your family or colleagues are offering you, it will come at a cost, and it seems as though that is a financial cost. So your stubbornness or your reluctance in this instance is absolutely valid. What you can do about this is we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords was upside down. The Five of Swords is to not be afraid. This is what you can do, how you can bring about this Knight of Pentacles in your life. How you can be the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Swords is just showing that you need to stand your ground. And if you're going to upset people, obviously, you know, swords are about communication, swords are about emotions. So there is, the card here is saying that to stand your ground and do what you feel is right and be your authentic self. Stand your ground. And by standing your ground, make sure that what you say to these people is honest, but is also said in a gentle way. Because the Five of Swords can be about upsetting people with truths. And you don't want to be doing that. There's no reason or need for you to do that. These people are, yes, wanting you to be involved in whatever this thing is. And maybe there are selfish reasons why they want you to go as well. But approach these people and what they're wanting you to do in a gentle way, because you don't want to be falling out with people. But there are ways that you should be approaching this and speaking out and being honest and stepping up for not only the money that you've been working hard to save, that you don't want to blow on something frivolous. And make them understand, you know, why you aren't able to do the things that they're wanting you to do. The card that you can't control is Temperance. And the Temperance card is upside down in this instance, but it's essentially the same thing. In fact, I will just turn it back upside down just to make it a bit clearer here. These people perhaps live in a way which is, you know, living for the moment. That they aren't so much wanting to save or be conservative for, you know, a longer term issue. These people, your friends, your companions, are potentially people who live in the moment. And you can't change that. You can't make them understand that you are in this for the long haul. The Temperance card is about balance. When it's upside down, you can't make somebody see things from your perspective, perhaps in this instance, which is why you have to be careful as to how you approach this with them. If they do live for the moment, they're not interested in long-term planning, saving money, looking to the future and living accordingly, so that you're setting yourself up for the house or the car or the course that you want to take. They are these fun-loving, you know, spur of the moment type people, and you can't change them. So you have to just accept that their view of things is very different from yours. Now we have 3 cards as a potential outcome. I've got a feeling that this might be that these 2 cards show a different outcome from this one, but let's have a look. They don't. They're all showing the same thing. The potential outcome you have is the Justice card, the Chariot card, and the Nine of Cups. The Justice card is that later on down the line, at some point, maybe this is about you buying a new car or a new vehicle, because we have the Chariot card here. The Justice card is showing that at some point in the future, these people will look at you, and when they come back from their expensive holiday, or they've been on a spending spree, or whatever it is that they've been doing, spending that money on a temporary pleasurable thing, that they are going to say, oh, Cancer, we wish we'd have done that. We wish that we hadn't have blown all that money. Why can't we be more like you? Why can't we be the saver? Why can't we be the sensible one who says, no, actually, I can't do that, guys, because I'm saving for X. And there will be this sort of justice thing. It's not going to be you're not going to be rubbing their nose in it or anything, but they are going to realise that you know, your way is the right way. Whether they'll learn from that is a different matter, but they are going to understand that you were right in this instance. And the Chariot is, I love this Chariot card because the Dark Sphinx here is winking. And you will almost have that little bit of, yeah, you know, you guys went and blew that, and now I've got X because I didn't blow all my money and I was right. And the Nine of Cups also backs that up as well, because the Nine of Cups is you getting to this point where not only, I think, financially that you will have those savings and you will have gone, oh yeah, you know, I can do this with it now, but it's going to bring you happiness as well. Whatever this money is or this situation is that you refused this offer that your friends or your colleagues or your family had for you, and you took the sort of the sensible approach instead, that it's paid off for you, because now you will have the happiness and the joy and potentially the new car, and that money will, or that experience or whatever it was that you saved rather than spent, and that can not only be money but it can be, you know, energy, that it puts you in a really beautiful position. Your friends will say, oh yeah, you know, you did the right thing, and it's really setting you up for whatever this is that you are planning and you're saving for. And I think you're going to feel really good about it, that you didn't blow whatever it is that your colleagues or your friends are wanting you to blow. And it's really going to work out in the long term for you. And you are going to feel pretty smug about it in the nicest possible way. Cancer, I hope that's resonated with you. It's quite specific, this one. If it's resonated, I'd love if you'd leave me a comment. If you look in the description box, there is also a link where you can help support the channel. Also offering a very in-depth pendulum reading, and you can see how I work and learn more about pendulums. I look forward to hearing how this has resonated. If you'd like and subscribe, that would mean the world to me as well. Cancer, enjoy May. I hope it goes well, and I'll speak to you soon.